All right, let's dive in. We're going to crack the code on the part of the GED that stresses everyone out, the essay. If you've been worried about it, you are in exactly the right place. I'm going to show you how to turn all that stress into a simple system you can use every single time.
So let's just start with a really important question, because if you get this, you get everything else. What is the single biggest, most common mistake that students make on this essay? Any guesses?
It's this, writing about what they think. This is the big trap. The GED graders do not care one bit if you personally believe school should start later. What they care about is whether you can look at two arguments and prove which one is stronger, using only the evidence they give you.
Okay, so now that we know what not to do, here's our roadmap for acing this thing. We're going to cover that #1 mistake, define your real mission here. I'll give you a simple 3-stage game plan, we'll see it in action, and then we'll build the perfect thesis and run through a final checklist. Let's get into it.
This right here, this is probably the most important thing you'll hear today. It's a total mindset shift. For those 45 minutes you have for the essay, you are not a debater trying to win an argument. Nope. You're an evidence detective, or maybe a judge. Your only job is to look at the facts presented and make a ruling.
So here it is, your one and only mission. Figure out which author's argument is better supported by the stuff that's actually written in the passages. That's it. It's not about who you agree with, it's about who brought the better evidence to the table, who built the stronger case.
So how do you actually do that when the clock is ticking? Well, you need a system, right? A repeatable process. This 3-stage game plan is exactly that. It's your step-by-step guide to nailing it every single time. It's super simple. First, we're going to read and mark up the passages with a purpose. Second, and this is crucial, we're going to pre-write, not by writing sentences, but by judging the support to pick a clear winner. And third, we organize those reasons into a quick, simple plan for the essay itself.
Theory is one thing, but let's actually make this real. We're going to take this exact game plan and apply it to a couple of sample passages. These are both arguing about whether high school should start later in the day.
Okay, as you read, you need a fast way to skim and find your reasons. Think of this as your detective shorthand. Just quickly mark C for the author's main claim, E for any hard evidence like facts or studies, R for their reasoning, and a big W for any weaknesses, like stuff that's just an opinion. And you'll start to see a difference almost immediately. Look at this. It's night and day, right? On the left, passage A is bringing receipts, a huge study, a named expert group, a specific number. But on the right, passage B is giving us fluffy stuff like common sense and people feel. One is solid proof, the other is basically just hot air.
Okay, so you've marked up the text, you've spotted the differences, and you can already tell one argument is way stronger. But how do you take all those little notes and organize them into clear reasons for your essay, and do it fast?
You use something I call an evidence log. This little table is your pre-writing powerhouse. In literally 2 or 3 minutes, you can jot down each passage's main point, its best pieces of evidence, and a quick judgment on why that evidence is strong or weak. It's like creating a scorecard that makes the winner totally obvious. And if you were to visualize the result from your log, I mean, come on, it's not even a close call, is it? Passage A wins by a total landslide because its argument is built on a solid foundation of credible data. Passage B, it's pretty much built on sand. So now that we have a clear winner based on the evidence, it's time to build your case. And you know what? All that pre-writing we just did makes crafting the single most important sentence of your essay, your thesis, incredibly easy. So before you write that thesis, look at your evidence log and just group your ideas into 2 or 3 main categories. Think of them like buckets. For this example, we have a bucket for the quality of sources, another for the specificity of evidence, and maybe one for how they handle opposing views. These buckets are about to become the main paragraphs of your essay. And then, bam! It all comes together in a beautiful sentence like this one. This is basically your magic formula for a perfect thesis. See how it does everything? It picks a winner, passage A, it lists your main reasons, your buckets, and it even points out the big weakness in the other passage. Seriously, you can just plug your own points into this structure. It's a total game changer. Okay, deep breath. You've done the hard work. You've analyzed the text, you've organized your thoughts, and you've got a killer thesis statement ready to go. Before you start writing that essay, just take 15 seconds for one last mental check. Ask yourself, did I pick a winner based only on the quality of their evidence? Check. Do I have a couple of specific examples I can use? Check. Did I find at least one clear weakness in the losing argument?
Check. And the most important one, did I keep my own opinions completely out of this? Double check that one. If you can say yes to all of these, you are good to go. You're ready to write a fantastic essay.
And that's really the whole system. You officially have the playbook. Just remember, your job isn't to argue for what you believe in. Your job is to be the evidence detective, to follow the clues they give you in the text and just present your case for which argument stands on the strongest foundation.
If this helped you feel more confident about the GED essay, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with more explainers to help you ace every single section of the test. You've got this. Good luck.